Hello, everybody. We are now live again for our second podcast this week.
Hello, dear viewers.
I think, hello. So this is Andre again from Eurovision Obsession joining me for a podcast, and I'll be joining him on his podcast because it's on sort of both sides at the moment. So Andre, let's get started. What did you think of yesterday's results?
I am more happy than sad. I rewatched it last night. Yeah, I'm more happy than sad. I think my biggest disappointment is probably Australia qualifying because the song itself is okay, but the staging was really poor and Isaiah's performance was really poor. I can only imagine that the jury version, like the one from Monday night, was probably really good. Otherwise, I don't understand how he could have qualified.
Yeah, he didn't really sing all that great in the live show yesterday, I don't think. I thought the performance was a bit bland.
Yeah. I say my happiest moment, because why do you just sad? You should be both. So my happiest moment was probably the fact that Poland qualified, because I really like that song. So I'm happy that it went through.
I do like the song, but I'm gutted more than anything that Finland didn't make it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I did like the song before the show, before the contest, but honestly, watching it last night, I absolutely just fell in love with it, and I was like, do you know what? I can see this winning. I can see this doing really well, and for them to not qualify, I was like, oh. And then you've got like the likes of Poland qualifying and Australia, and I just kind of think, really, not that good.
And then, what's your biggest positive?
Biggest positive for me was probably Belgium qualifying, because I do really love the song, and there was so much like, you know, slagging it off, people saying, oh, it's not great live when she was doing her rehearsals. But I thought she really nailed it yesterday, and I was glad that she got through, and she looked so super what's the word I'm looking for? She looked so overtaken by it all last night when her name was called, you know, the country was called out.
Yeah.
And the other thing for me as well was Portugal qualifying, because I have admitted this on my blog now, but basically I watched that performance. I've listened to the song so many times before now, but watching it yesterday and seeing all the people around him on that satellite stage, and it was so lovely, so emotional. I actually found myself welling up. I was like, oh. So I was really happy that I got through.
Yeah, it was probably one of the strongest performances of the night. So yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it. That's the first semi-final all done and dusted. We have our 10 qualifiers that are going to be in the grand final on Saturday. Very exciting stuff. So shall we now proceed on to the second semi-final?
Yeah. Semi-final.
What to expect, and you know.
So I guess before we start diving into specific songs, we talked about this before. It's how we kind of disagree on whether or not this is the stronger of the two semifinals. My argument is that tomorrow is the stronger one. I feel like the good songs are really good, and there's more that have a potential for winning than on Tuesday.
I'm not so convinced of that. I think this is going to be the weaker of the two. Don't get me wrong, there's some good songs in it. Don't get me wrong on that. But I think because the first semi-final, I think you literally had no dud song throughout the whole show. It was from start to finish. It was quality, great stuff. This time around, I think you've got a few duds in there, and I think it's not going to be as good. Personally, that's what I think. Anyway.
Yeah. So interesting. let's dive in, huh? Serbia.
Let's dive in. Yeah, so kicking off the second semi-final is Serbia.
Like what I did there with the photo. um, okay, so this song isn't bad, but for me, it's just like very forgettable. I can never like every time I hear it. At first, I'm always like, "What song is this?" And then I'm like, "Oh wait, I can't remember it, so it must be Serbia." And then it is Serbia.
Oh no, I have to disagree because I really love this song. I think this is kind of a song that you'd hear on the radio. It's kind of got like a bit of a drum and bass, dare I say it, sort of undertone to it. It's very current, very modern. Buys for them. My only thing I'd say about it is I think they could have picked a better singer to sing it, personally. But it's a good song.
Interesting. I think it's still going to qualify though. I think it's a good enough song that it's going to move through. And Serbia has a lot of support. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Austria.
Austria.
Thoughts?
Wow, I find this very middle of the road. It's all right. He's very charismatic as a singer. I don't know if you've seen any live performances he's done, but honestly, he knows how to play the camera. He knows how to work the camera, is what I mean. I think people will fall in love with him because he's very, charming. But the song I just find very bland. Sorry.
And I'm on the opposite side. I love this song. It's one of my favorites. I think it's so much fun and it's so positive. But it's typically a lot of positive songs come off like really corny and annoying. But this one, it feels so much more genuine than your typical like believe in yourself kind of song. So
yeah, I get that. I do get what you mean. I'm just not sold on it. Maybe this will be like the Finland to me in tomorrow's semi-final. Like I'll probably watch it and actually think, yeah, this clicks with me now.
Mm-hmm.
But so far, I'm just like, it's okay, it's all right.
Yeah. And much like Finland, it probably won't qualify, but it's I think still a great song.
Well, Austria qualified last year when they weren't expected to qualify with DIZZYDJC by Zoe.
Yeah,
so,
but that was a huge fan favorite. The fans pretty much ignored this song.
It was a fan favorite, yeah, but it wasn't like a bookie's favorite. It wasn't expected to do well. In fact, nobody had it as a qualifier, but it did it, and hopefully, maybe that will be the same case for Austria this year. You never know.
Perhaps.
We'll have to see. Oh, Macedonia. I love this song so much. I hope it does well for her.
I think Macedonia deserves to do well. The last time Macedonia qualified for the final was 2012?
2012. Yeah, it was Calliope the first time round, not the second time round. Because So I hope this does qualify for them. The only thing I'd say is she's not very good at singing live. I haven't been sold on her live vocal range yet. I just hope that doesn't let her down because the song is brilliant. I love her. I've watched interviews of her and she's so lovely, down to earth. I'm rooting for them tomorrow.
Yeah, so the song to me is pretty generic, honestly. It sounds like something you might hear on the radio, but it doesn't stand out to me. I do think it's a decent song. My only concern is, for a long time, it was in the top 10 of the betting odds, and then when all the live pre-parties started happening, it dropped like a rock. And so Um, Before, I probably would have said this song would have qualified easily. Now I'm a bit more concerned and need to see it live on the stage to see what they do. Um, Especially since I think the smartest thing they could do is recreate the music video, but let's see what they actually look like on stage.
Yeah, I have seen. I'll be honest. I have seen the rehearsals for this. I think they could have done a lot more. I am concerned. I just kind of think then I'd love to see Macedonia get through because I'm just kind of worried that eventually they're going to give up and be like, you know what, we're not going to enter anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, as a fan, I just want them to do well. And I'm hoping, praying that tomorrow will be their night.
Yes. Um, Agreed. Malta.
What do you think of Malta then?
Um, I think publicity photo is really nice. Um,
Is
but
that all you have to say?
oh my word, this song is boring.
It is. It's so dull. It really is.
Boring.
Malta had so many good songs in their national final, and this is what they send.
Yeah. I really of the songs in the Maltese final, I can't remember the name of it now, but the one that was in Maltese, that song was probably the best and should have won. Um, yeah, it's probably because Claudia Faniello, this is her ninth attempt, I think, to represent Malta, and it's probably one of her worst songs that she's she's competed with. It's just, oh my word, this song's so boring. It's it doesn't go anywhere. It's just so flat. It's just, yeah, it's so flat. It's just,
Yeah, I did
no.
my ranking of all of the songs last month, like just by
Hmm.
listening to the studio versions, and this was my last. Even like Russia was higher than this one by the time when they were competing. But I have to say, and again, don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but I have watched the rehearsals, and I have to give it to them that Malta are doing a very good stage show with this song. But I really don't think they're going to do well, and I think this is definitely a non-qualifier out of the whole bunch of songs in this semi-final.
I mean, I think like Slovenia, I don't. I think Slovenia had a great staging yesterday, but there's really nothing you could have done to save that song because it was so boring. And I think this song's even more boring. So,
The positive in it though is that she can really sing really well, and if she'd done another song, if she did like I don't know, if she was singing, do you remember Brooke Borg that was in the Maltese
mhm,
final? She did Unstoppable. If Claudia was singing that song, for example, I can honestly see her doing really well. She's got a lovely voice, but this
yeah.
song, it's just dull as dishwater. I'm sorry to say.
And a quick side note, I love the Russian song. It was in my
Do
top five.
you?
Oh, I loved it. Loved
Actually,
it.
we should maybe mention Russia because Russia would have been performing in slot number 3 in this
Yes.
semi-final. So I didn't like the song. I was gutted that Russia didn't enter because of what happened. We won't go into that. But I didn't like the song. The song was very dull as well.
I loved it. I thought it was inspirational. I thought it was uh, so much fun to sing along to. Yeah, I don't know what. Even from the very first listen, I loved it. I still love it. Um, I'm interested to see what song they get for next year because they said that she's going to be their representative. So
Yeah, I hope to do something a bit more up tempo. Maybe I don't know.
yeah, I
Anyway, let's
want.
move on.
Yeah.
So who's performing next?
Romania.
Romania. What are your thoughts?
Uh, um, well, they're both young and they look like they're healthy. Um,
Positives there.
They seem to really enjoy themselves in performing.
Yeah.
Alex is a really pretty girl, so that's good.
Alex is the man.
Oh, Alyssa is a really pretty girl.
Oh no, fail.
I think that shows how much I think of this song. I don't know.
The thing is, Alinka has a live YouTube vlog that I've been following. So if she ever watches this, I am so sorry, Alinka.
Oh, yeah. This song is terrible. She's not that good at. I mean, her yelling's okay. I've heard better, and his rapping is mediocre. I don't even like rap. It's just so bad at both components of this song. The only reason it has any kind of positive notoriety is because it's Romania. If this was, say, from Austria, where yodeling would make more sense, or from Switzerland, people would think the song would be panicked. They would think, "Oh, the Swiss are wrong again. Do. Switzerland can't succeed. Blah, 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 blah." Because it's from Romania, it's all of a sudden a great song. Oh, this is terrible. It's rare for me to root against a song at Eurovision, but I really hope this is the song that breaks Romania's 100% qualification record.
See, I have to disagree with you because I don't think it's a winner. Everyone's saying, "Oh, this is like going to be one of the winning songs." No, it's not. It's not going to win. But I do really like the song because it's fun. It brings the pop back to the contest, and it kind of is in a way a little bit. When I first heard it, I was like, "Yeah," like because it's some lyrics in there about sort of, I don't know, being strong, and and I kind of like that. It's kind of a very empowering song. But in terms of it being a winner, no, and it should not win. It should not anywhere come near the top 10. But I do like it. It's fun, and I can't help myself but sing along whenever I hear it.
No, I can't. So...
See, Malta is worse than this song. And you're saying this is a strong semi-final. I really don't think it is a strong semi. This is one of the worst.
The problem is, I think, not necessarily just strong in terms of quality, but strong in terms of how competitive it is. I think there's fewer slots up for grabs because so many of these songs are paid to do well. Moving on. The
Netherlands.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not the name of it. It's Light and Shadows, not Shadows and Light.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, Lights and Shadows is the name of the song by Ogene. That's how you say their name. They're all sisters. And oh my God, can they sing? Like they vocally harmonize really, really well. This isn't a strong song, and I've heard better from them as a group. I thought we could maybe hear something in the vein of like Magic, which is another song that they did. But I can see no problems of them qualifying. I think they're going to be sailing through just because of their vocal ability, that they're so on point together. See, he's amending it for you now. Lights and Shadows.
It was late when I was putting this together. But yeah.
Lights and Shadows by Ogene. What are your thoughts, Andre?
I think it's a good song. I agreed. I think they sing ridiculously well together. I'm always excited when a junior Eurovisioner makes it to the real show. So good, get on them. Um, I have a few in my head that I hope to see in the coming years. Um, but yeah, so I like the song. I think it has, excuse me, a fun message. I think, now granted, I think the last 30 seconds are a bit gratuitous and not necessary, with the whole kind of mood shift. It's like there's like electric guitar and it's like a, a it becomes like a Disney song. It's too much. Um, I think this is a song that's just flying under the radar, and I think it will qualify, um, because I think it's the best middle song out there.
Yeah, I honestly think this will be sailing through to the final, mainly just based on their vocals. And it's also got a lovely staging to it as well, which I think is going to be really pleasing to viewers.
Cool.
Uh-huh. Hungary.
Thoughts?
Well, I really like this. I don't know if it's going to qualify, because I'm thinking it gives me a bit of like Bosnia and Herzegovina vibes from like last year, and I know that juries don't really rate rapping that well in the contest, but I really love this because it's bringing like the ethno back to it, like Armenia in last night's semi-final. I love that whole ethno pop vibe, and I think it's just a really good song. I mean, he sings in. I think he is singing in Hungarian, isn't he? It's not is it Gypsy language? Or?
So the verses are in Hungarian, but the refrain is in the Gypsy language.
Sorry, that was Siri. Sorry.
It's fine. The name of which is fleeing my head right now, but yeah, the refrain's in the Gypsy language.
Yeah. Either way, though, like it's one of those songs that you can sing along to, like the that bit is just that you can sing along. It's really good. I hope this qualifies.
I really like this song. It's so typically the winner, the previous year's winner influences the next year's like songs. This is really the only one I feel like was influenced by 1944, and it's like pretty much the exact same kind of message of um, being denied a home because it's different. Like I think it's a very powerful song, um, and I think if people would really pay attention, I think it should qualify. Um, the question is, how much do Eurovision fans care about quality and meaning?
Well, I think it will get televotes, but I'm not sure the juries are going to like it, and I reckon that's probably what might cost them a place in the final if they don't get through. I reckon they probably will get through, but the juries will probably mark them down. Is all I would probably say.
Okay, I think that's a fair assessment.
Denmark. Your thoughts, Andre?
So, for those who don't read my blog, Denmark is what I consider Denmark to be my adoptive home country. That's my number 2 country after the U.S. I was studying abroad in Denmark when I discovered the Eurovision Song Contest. I love that country and it has a very special place in my heart. With that said, I generally don't like the Danish entries, but this is a year in which I not only like it, I love it. I think the song is amazing. I'm afraid because R&B doesn't tend to do that well at Eurovision, and the last time Denmark tried R&B, they finished in last place back in 2002, and they're getting relegated the next year. But with that said, I think this song is amazing. I think On Your Voice is rather remarkable. I think this song is well written and composed, and yeah, I think this song should uh, be competing for victory on Saturday.
See, I think this song is going to sail through to the final. I don't think it's a winning song, but it does give me slight vibes of like Dami Im last year. It kind of has a similar, I don't know, just something similar about it to Sound of Silence. She can sing really, really well. She's also Australian as well, well, part Australian. So she kind of has that similar.
Yeah, so
maybe this will be the song though that will surprise people, and she might do something well with that. Who knows?
So her parents are Danish, but she was born and raised in Australia, and she won not the Voice, X Factor, Australia's X Factor, back in 2014. But yeah, she is Danish. So yeah.
Just on a quick side note though, have you listened to her? She released a brand new EP of songs just like last Friday gone. Have you heard it? It's so good.
I only listen to Eurovision music.
Okay.
For the 3 weeks leading into the contest.
To anyone listening though, honestly, go and check out her new EP because it is brilliant. It's so, it's so many up tempo numbers. It's really good. Anyway, moving on.
I'll be doing that next week. And before we end this side note, just because the song's up tempo doesn't make it good.
No, I know that, but she has her voice. She has the big singing, and it's like really good up tempo numbers, like really modern. I love it. It's a great EP.
Cool beans. Ireland. Thoughts?
Well, I know you're not going to like this because I know you like the song, but I just struggle to kind of like this. I just find it very cheesy. And I think actually, can I just say, I think I know the reason why I find it cheesy and you don't. It's because X Factor over here in the UK, every year the winning song tends to be this kind of like really over the top, overproduced nonsense, and this song is very, very similar in vein to that. And I'll give you the reason why. It's because Louis Walsh is the guy behind Brendan Murray, who's going for Ireland, and Louis Walsh is one of the big judges on X Factor, and it just reminds me of that whole cheesy, over the top, boring, seen it a million times before ballad, and I just don't feel it. I'm sorry, because I do really like him. He's a good singer, he's a charming singer. The song, I'm sorry, doesn't do anything for me.
So here's an easy way to like this song. Here's what I do, and when I do this, I am like, this song's amazing. What I do is I turn it on and listen to it. Boom, because the song is that good. Oh my word, I love this song. I love that it's a love song, but it's not a typical love song. It's not you're like, oh, I love you so much, yada yada yada. It's like a, hey, we love each other, but it may not last. So let's go into realistic expectations, which I do not think modern culture does enough. Like, oh, I love you so much, yada yada yada.
What is that? Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just doesn't do much for me. But then it's probably because I don't know. I don't even know. I just don't like the song. I'm sorry.
I also think it's fun that he is a guy with a really high voice, and Blanche is a girl with a really low voice, and I'm pretty sure he is singing higher than Blanche does throughout her song. So I think that's a fun thing to note. I think this.
Could you imagine Brendan singing? Could you imagine Brendan singing City Lights though?
I can imagine that as well as I can imagine Blanche singing Dying to Try. I think it's going to qualify and then kind of languish, kind of like Ireland in 2013. It qualified. Everyone's excited because Ireland had qualified for a long time, and then it got last place. This is a much better song than that one, but I don't think it's going to have a strong finish. Though I think right now, at this point, Ireland would just be happy to qualify.
Yeah, I think that as well. And I can just say as well, the Ireland entry in 2013 was much better than this.
No, it's not. Oh,
Yes.
you're talking about a trite, boring song that is completely unoriginal. That is what only
I love
five.
that song in 2013. It was so good.
No.
Anyway, I think we can agree to disagree on that one. San Marino.
Anyone who knows me knows that I always cheer for the San Marinese entries. And I almost always cheer for Americans at Eurovision. The fact that this is a random black guy from the US only makes me love it that much more because I'm a random black guy from the US. Maybe I can represent San Marino one day.
Maybe. You just have to have like 300,000 euros lying about somewhere.
Maybe one day. I didn't say tomorrow. I said one day.
But the thing is, though, that it's not all random because I've heard rumors that this song was just going to literally be Jimmy Wilson by himself because he was in the German X Factor, I want to say, and what's his name who wrote the song? I've forgotten it. Ralph Siegel. Yeah, he wanted to compose a song for Eurovision with Jimmy Wilson in mind, and I heard that this song was written just for him. But then San Marino, the delegation, shall we say, wanted to have sort of someone a bit more famous. Obviously, Valentina Moneta's represented San Marino 3 times before now. So they kind of wanted her to get on board as well, which is why it turned into a duet.
Yeah, that explains why her perks seem to be added on.
Yes, it does sound like it's all added on.
Yeah.
In terms of the song, though, I don't like it. I find it very cheesy. It doesn't go anywhere. I love Valentina, absolutely adore the girl, but putting your name to this, I just think no, you shouldn't have done that. Wrong step.
First off, it has about 1,000 key changes, so how can you say it doesn't go anywhere?
It doesn't. It's literally all it says is the spirit of the night. See, that's it. The whole song. It doesn't go.
They talk about celebrating their love and they've both been hurt before, so they're both slow to trust someone else again. Anyway,
I don't want to throw shade because I do really like them both. They both seem really lovely people, but the song is awful. I cringe when I hear it.
It is. First off, you need to calm that down. Secondly, here's my thing about the Val Siegel and Valentina Moneta combos. She is a jazz singer. They discovered her during a jazz show performance in San Marino. Jimmy Wilson is also a jazz singer. So I want to ask a question I ask every year Valentina Moneta represents San Marino. Why are you giving a jazz singer a song that's not jazz? These are both jazz singers, so why give them a disco song? It makes no sense. If you listen, I like Valentina Moneta's other 3 entries, but if you listen to the jazz version of them, all 3 of them are even way better. Even the social media song is really fun and really great when you hear her sing it in the jazz style. So I know people are afraid to try jazz, but hey, it worked for Italy in 2011 and in 2012.
Yeah,
so
it did.
I think if Valentina Moneta, who seems to be the pride and joy and only recording artist within the country of San Marino. I think you need to give her a jazz song and let her completely fly and be herself.
Yeah, I don't feel this song at all. In fact, I find the Social Network song is better than this one.
We'll have to agree to disagree.
Yeah. Oh, Croatia.
This is a song I think we
Can I
agree
just
on.
say, right? I used to hate this song. I used to just be like, oh no, really, Croatia, you could do so much more. But this has grown on me, and now I love it so much. I can't stop listening to it. It's really good, and I hope it qualifies for them.
I don't think we're listening to the same song.
I used to dislike it really very much, but now I've grown to love it.
So
Its own unique way.
This isn't like Romania, where it's just a trash song. The song is just so peppy. It's the only good thing I can say about the song is like, oh yay, it promotes like a faith in God. That's a good thing. Miracles, woohoo! It's just no. And the sad thing is, right now, I think it might qualify.
I hope it does. I really hope it qualifies. It was a good song, good staging, and I can't help but love it now. I think it's really good.
Okay. I won't be angry if it qualifies. I might be miffed. I'll be disappointed, but I'm not going to be angry like I am if Romania qualifies. So.
But you know Romania will qualify, right?
I know. Happier things.
Anyway, moving on to Norvège. What are your thoughts?
I really like this song. I think
I like it.
Here's the thing. For whatever reason, if I think this was 2 or 3 years ago, this probably would have been like my favorite song. But this year, it's just like, oh, I really like it, but it's just kind of, it's just there. Like it's one of those songs I'm like, oh wait, I ran out of songs to list off. Oh wait, Norway, I like that song too. So it's kind of has that status for me right now. I like it. I think it's a good song. I think it's a very modern, or it's a very contemporary song. I like the moment. I like the message. It still shocks me that he's able to say, "I'm going to kill that voice in my head." Like when I think of European sensibilities, I think any bit of violence is too much. And the fact that he says the word "kill," I assume they're going to make him change it, but they didn't. So good on them.
I like this song because it sounds like something you would hear on a radio. And not so much what you'd hear at Eurovision, but you'd hear it on like European radio. It's a great song. It's catchy. It's dancey. The only thing I would probably say is I'm just not sure that the juries are going to love it. But I'm sure it will qualify. But I'm just like, I don't know. I love it. I love the song. It's nothing more to say in it really. I love it. That's it.
I think the juries are going to give it a mid-table ranking.
Yes, I agree. I don't think it'll be one of the, because there's no like live singing ability in it. It is just a song. It's a good song.
Yeah.
Dancey.
So,
the televoters will probably love it, but yeah.
We'll see. Honestly, I think it's one of the songs that finishes mid-table for both, and it just depends on the math if it qualifies or not.
Let's hope Croatia comes above it. I'm joking. Switzerland. Again, I find this song very weak. This doesn't go anywhere. I've heard it a million times before. I do like Switzerland as a country, and I always find myself rooting for them. apart from last year, but we won't talk about that. But I just find the song very bland, doesn't go anywhere. Sorry.
I think Last of Our Kind was a fine song. Maybe you just need to get some taste. Anyway.
No, I do have taste. It's
Kidding,
just
kidding,
this is what I
kidding.
mean. This semi-final for me is just very weak. It's just there's not much substance in it.
So Switzerland are one of the songs that is one of the songs that I know in the betting odds it's kind of like meh, and I know um, amongst a lot of fans it's kind of forgotten about. But when I go through and look at all the individual rankings that people do on YouTube throughout the last 2 months, it always averages top 10. And so I think this song, which sounds radio ready, like it sounds like a random pop song that Switzerland just happen to grab and compete with. Um, I think that uh, it's going to really, really, really connect with the televoters.
I'm not sure. I'm not convinced. Maybe when I watch the show tomorrow, I might think otherwise. But for now, I just don't see this as a qualifier.
I think it's going to qualify, which I think Switzerland's still at the point where qualification is like a victory for them.
Yeah, they'd be really happy with a qualification.
Though they've qualified more recently than like Ireland or other countries. So, yeah. Belarus,
Belarus. Do you want to go first on this one?
which has officially switched the title to the English version during my life. Though I thought Historia Maya Zusia has a much better ring to it. But that's neither here nor there. I like this song. I would say first impressions, back the very first time I listened to all 43 songs, it was this one in Portugal that really stood out to me, and that I rated really highly off initial listens. Probably because it's so different than everything else this year. It also sounds like something that's fresh off the radio. Well, maybe fresh off the radio circa 2013, but um, it sounds like more of a pop hit than it does quote unquote Eurovision song, which is a nice change for Belarus. Um, I love the song. I think it's really pretty and fun. I love how it ends with that kind of shouty chorus, and I love like the ending harmonization that they do. I I think it's a great song. I'm on the fence about whether or not it will qualify, but it's I think it's a good one.
See, I think this is a definite qualifier. I love this song, and like you say, it's very catchy. It's like catchy pop. I wouldn't say it's a radio hit, but maybe that's because of the language thing. It's
Yeah.
not that universal, but they could quite easily do like an English version where they could do that. And I think the bit where she does the whole chorus of that that da la 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 la, that bit, I think people will find themselves singing along to it all the time, and
Yeah.
I really love it. I hope it does well for them. I find them both cute together. Are they brother and sister, by the way? Do you know?
Um, I just looked it up. They are friends.
Oh, they're friends.
Um,
Oh, okay. I always kind of think they're brother and sister, but they're obviously
no, they're
not.
not. They're different names.
But yeah,
Um,
I can see this definitely qualifying. They have Belarus hasn't got much friends in this semi-final, but I still think this song is strong enough to get them through.
mhm. Yeah, I hope it does. I think it's a good song, and I think it deserves to move through. I think it's Belarus's first song in quite a while. First song, best song in quite a while. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Next up.
Cool. Bulgaria.
Bulgaria. Right, shall I go first on this one?
Go for it.
Okay, so this is absolutely 110% going to qualify into the grand final. It's such a huge song. It's something I can imagine like the likes of Justin Bieber singing. And yes, I am saying Justin Bieber in this podcast. It's very current.
As a positive?
Yeah. But hear me out. It's very current. It's like got a very modern sound, but also a very sort of traditional sound as well with the instruments used in it.
But he
I
sounds
think
so much
that.
better than Justin Bieber.
Oh, I know he does, but I'm going to go on to the point of basically he's going to get the tween vote because he's very young, and I've seen on his social media that he's got so many fans, like so many like young kids like this guy, in a similar vein to Justin Bieber. And I think I say it's a dark horse. It's not really a dark horse because everyone is tipping this to do really well, but at the moment because of the hype. Because of the hype at the moment with Portugal in yesterday's semi-final, I think this is being overlooked for the moment. But come tomorrow night, this song is going to stand out, and I reckon it will put them back in the game and potential winner alert.
I don't quite understand what you mean about this song being overshadowed. It is number 2 in the betting odds.
No. At the moment, because of the hype, literally we've watched the first semi-finals. So at the moment, everyone is talking about Portugal. That's what I mean by it's being slightly overhyped, you know what I mean? But tomorrow night, it'll come back up. It will come back up to the top of like everyone going, "Oh, that was really good." So that's what I mean by that. Not,
okay. I love this song. I think that is going to win. I hope we've reserved hotel rooms for next year. We split up the top 6 between us. I got Bulgaria. I think it's a great hotel. I want to go to Sofia to use that hotel. But this is a fantastic song. I think it's very contemporary. Again, it's a song that sounds like it was made for the radio, not for Eurovision, which is a good thing. I think he has a tremendous voice. I think that he will get the tween vote. He's the youngest person this year, 17 years and 2 months, which makes him younger than Isaiah from Australia, who's also 17. I can't think of a single bad thing to say about this song.
Yeah, I honestly think this is going to do really, really well. One to watch.
The only thing that worries me, thinking about the music video for this song, Bulgaria does not have a really good history of staging their songs well, and so I'm afraid to watch the staging tomorrow night. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think you're going to be in for a surprise. I've seen the rehearsals, and I can honestly say it's one of the best.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
I look forward to seeing it.
It's one of the best.
And we'll definitely talk about it on Friday, if Dan is a liar or not. So, Lithuania.
That song will stand out. Lithuania. Right. So, who wants to start?
I'll start.
Okay.
I like this song. I like singing along with it. I think it's a lot of fun. I am also just partial to anthems, generally speaking, and this is definitely an anthem. I also think there's some issues with the title, The Reign of Revolution. What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Maybe it's the lack of, maybe it's an English proficiency issue, which tends to plague the Baltic nations. Maybe they meant reign, like REIGN, like revolution is reigning over everyone. Which sounds like, because the song's about an era of change and being a part of a generation that's going to bring change, which is a cool message, and I think important and needed, especially given everything that's happening in the world. but I think uh, the title is just why is it rain like revolutions falling from the sky? But then there's also a
Is
lot of
it
circles,
because,
so maybe they made revolution like a turn of a circle.
see what I think it means is because you think of rain as like a downpour, like a heavy, it's like a heavy downpour of revolution, so you can't escape the rain. That's how I portray it anyway.
Okay, that
But
makes
can
sense.
I just talk about the song, because I do not like this at all. I find it very weird, but not in a good way. Um, I find that she does over the top singing with it, like as if it's like some sort of massive ballad, but it's not. It's like a pop song. I don't like this at all. I would be gutted if this gets a qualification over the likes of like Croatia or someone that really deserves to get through.
Everyone deserves to make it. It's just a matter of who does. Um, it's
Not Lithuania.
I like I like this song, but I also like I don't think this song would have come to us from any other country other than Lithuania. And I mean, I think this is near the bottom of everyone's list for the most part. So I don't think there's uh, any chance at all of this song qualifying. In fact, it will probably be last place. But
Yeah,
with that said,
hopefully.
I do enjoy it, and I enjoy singing along with it. Um, and that's all I'll say about that. Estonia.
Estonia. Right. I honestly think this is another little dark horse that could potentially sneak up on people, because it's a very classic Eurovision sort of pop ballad. It's been
Mm-hmm.
done a million times before with a man and a woman, singing a big sort of love song to each other. Verona, I love this song because it's very catchy. You can't help but like sort of listen to it and sing along to it. I think, especially, how do you say his name? Is it Coit or Coit?
I think it's
Coit.
Quate.
Coit.
Actually, Coit makes more sense.
Coit. Coit. I find him to be not so much Laura, but Coit is very charismatic. I think with the camera work, he might actually be very like alluring to viewers. I hope this does well for them. I can actually see it sailing through to the final, and I actually think it's a potential one to watch out for in the final. I reckon it probably will do top 10 at least.
So a few things. Um, this like Macedonia is one of the songs that started off with a lot of hype, and then just kind of faded into the mist. Um, both of these are former Eurovision artists. Um, with Tune performing for Estonia back in '98 with Mira Lapsid, and Laura was part of Sunstroke Project back in 2005, which was the last time we were in Ukraine. Um, so that's just a fun bit of history. This song, I think, as one of my favorite Eurovision fan sites, ESC Insight would say, Eurovision by numbers. This song, I mean, it's to me, it's just meh, and it puts me in the mind of Georgia 2013 Waterfall, which is
Yeah, that was
exactly the
not
same
good.
kind of thing. A
But this is
big
more up tempo than that song, and I think more people can.
stop
I think
equating up tempo with good
I'm
songs.
not equating up tempo with no, but okay, not up tempo, but more catchier than Waterfall, because Waterfall was just dull. It was didn't. This has got a lot more going for it than Waterfall.
It's it's a dull song. I don't think they're overly charismatic, and I still every time I listen and sing along to this song, I want to say the lost like 2 syllables at sea because that's what it sounds like Laura's saying.
What? Say that again?
When she sings, when they're lost in the night, is that the lost? I think the lyric is we're lost like 2 sailing boats at in the sea. But it doesn't sound like she's saying sailing boats. It sounds like she's saying syllables because of the way how she's choosing to enunciate that word. And it makes me laugh. But not with them, at them. Which makes me feel like a bad person. But I'm just thinking of like 2 syllables just floating around the ocean randomly. Half a word here and half a word there. Yeah, it's going to qualify, and then it's going to like fall flat. And then when I see the results, it's going to be just like Georgia 2013. It barely qualifies, and everyone thought it was going to win. This song's going to be like 20th or something. Like it's just meh, such a meh song.
I'm going to predict it will come 9th overall.
In the semifinal?
No, in the final. It'll be top 10, I reckon.
I wish we were betting this because I think I would take a lot of money from you on that bet.
Anyway, I've just had a thought for what we should talk about on Friday's podcast. Is like we should actually predict where people will come in the show. Oof. And that can be my prediction when they qualify tomorrow night. Israel.
This is a slightly better version of Cypress's song. It's still kind of average to me, but it's crazy popular. And I don't know if that's because of the song or because Emery is just a good performer. But it's an okay song.
Hello?
Yeah, I said it's an okay song.
Yeah. Well, I really, really enjoy this song. And I find it a much better version than the likes of like Greece or Cyprus. I find this has got more behind it. I like Imri as a singer. He's very good both at singing and dancing at the same time, which you'll see tomorrow night. And I really hope this does well again for them. Israel are sort of on a bit of a winning streak at the moment. They're qualified now twice in a row. This will probably be their 3rd qualification in a row. So well done to them. And I think Israel possibly could do really well on Saturday night as well.
And he was a backing singer each of the last 2 years. This is his first step out as a solo artist. And so, yeah, I think they're going to qualify. I don't know how well the song's going to do. There's better songs out there. But we'll see. I said the same thing with Israel in 2015 and ended up in the top 10. So.
Yeah, I reckon it's a much better entry than Greece. It's a similar thing to Greece, but this sounds so much better, in my opinion.
So I also realized we didn't look at the automatic qualifiers. So let's take a quick look at those. France.
France. I love the song. I think it's really good. I love that they've now put a little bit of English in it and sort of changed the refrain a bit towards the end. My only thing I'm going to say, and I don't want to ruin this for anybody listening, the staging for it, what they've been doing so far rehearsal wise, it's I don't know, very weak. I'm worried for them because they could have done so much better. They really could, and they still have a chance to do it. They can make changes. They could still do really well, but at the moment it's not looking good.
Let me ask you this question. When was the last time France had a good staging? They haven't. They've never had a good stage. They don't know how to stage their songs. Period.
I know, but this song could have done with a bit more.
Last year, J'ai Cherché should have been a serious contender for victory, but it wasn't because the staging was so terribly bland. The year before that, Moustache did not have to come in last place. It's a fun song. It could have been, if they had if they had taken, oh, I don't know, 3 minutes to actually choreograph the staging, it would have gotten not less. Oh my God, talk about a missed opportunity. What about in 2012 when they had an amazing song by a
Oh
big name
no.
artist and they just completely destroyed it because they threw the kitchen sink at the staging? Like, if France does not know how to stage an entry, which is unfortunate because they honestly could have just recreated the music video for this and that would have been
They
fine.
could. And do you know
Um,
what? Do you know what? That is what is missing from it. I don't want to ruin it for you because I know, but they basically have taken away the dancers. If they just had the two
that's
dancers with her, then they would have, it would be really good, but they haven't.
that's and that's probably what makes the music video so compelling because you have these two random dancers dancing throughout Paris at all kinds of fun and weird angles, and you could have done that,
Yeah,
but
they haven't. No,
no, it's
no, no. There's still time, France. Change it. Come on, please. Get some dancers off the street.
this is you could do that. Like professional dancers can learn choreography in a day and be ready to go. Um, just hire two Ukrainian ballerinas and call it a day. Um, I mean, this is my favorite song this year. Um, and it makes me sad that knowing France's track record, it probably won't do as well as it should because they will obfuscate, like they will cloud up the song with a terrible staging. So that is that. That was that rant. Um,
Who's next?
Germany.
We should really be doing this on Friday because it's not the final yet.
Yeah, but still, let's just hit them now.
Okay.
I think this song
Germany.
is.
Again, it's boring.
That's what I
Oh,
was gonna
sorry.
say.
Did I say that out loud?
It's forgettable. It's kind of annoying, and I like it even less now that I've read like her official bio on the website. Oh my word, it is so conceited. Like typically, like those bios are written by like each country's own publicity team, but this one's just so over the top. It's too much. Yeah, this song is. I will say this song has a lot of appeal to that tween demographic. Um, and looking at some of the teenage people online, I saw a lot of, oh my God, this song speaks to my life. I am so totally dreaming awake. Oh my God. So, and we know that teenagers like to vote. So, yeah, I think we've said enough about this song.
Yeah,
Italy.
I don't like it. Everyone's raving about Italy being the favourite, is going to win. I have always, since the first time I heard this song, I wanted to like it because there's so much hype, but I just don't see it. I don't see it being a winner.
We agree on this 100%. Um, I would say seeing it on the stage yesterday and the clip that they showed, um, I understood it a bit more of some of what makes it so compelling. But yeah, I don't see this song winning. I mean, Italy, so it probably will be top 10, but um, I don't see this song winning.
Who's next?
Yeah.
Spain.
Surfer Boy from Spain.
Right, judging by the clip, judging by the clip yesterday in the semi-final show, this has to have a lot of work because it's at the moment it looks like it's the last place for Spain.
Yeah. I think he didn't try very hard. In that clip, I think Friday and Saturday, we'll see him be a lot more into it and a lot more singing with purpose.
Hopefully.
Um,
I like the
but I
song
mean,
though. The song is good.
it sounds like it's from California, and I did not say that in a positive light. Yeah, it's yeah. Moving on. United Kingdom.
UK. Well, I should maybe talk about this song because seeing as I'm from the UK,
Yeah.
I've always loved this song, and I was glad that it won the national final back in January. They've revamped it. It sounds even more bigger production-wise. Judging by the clip yesterday with the Richard sort of performance that she has going on, I think we could possibly be looking at a top 5 for the UK this year, and I wouldn't put it past them. What are your thoughts?
That is your patriotism talking.
No, because I normally don't like the UK entries. I'm normally the one that really dislikes them. But this year, I have to say I'm really into it, and I hope it does well.
I like the song. I think the more accurate statement is I don't dislike the song. I think the staging is beautiful. And clearly there's a dog out there that has very strong feelings about this song.
Can you hear that dog?
Oh, very much so. Yeah, so I guess it's good that every living being in the UK has an opinion on it. Hopefully,
yeah, they do. The dog is saying, "I love the song. It needs to do well."
I think in some ways the UK has already won because this is the first time in ages that I've seen more positive press from the UK on its entry than negative press.
Yeah.
Which is not common, unfortunately. So,
go on, Lucy. You can do it. I'm rooting for you. I can't vote for you, but I'm rooting for you.
Yeah, I hope it does well. I'm seeing this as finishing somewhere in that respectable range between 10 and 15.
Nah, higher than that, I think. Anyway, moving on.
Finally, Ukraine.
Oh, I really like this. This is the only sort of big rock entry this year, and I love it. I love my rock songs, and the bit where it sort of goes into a bit of a thrash down halfway through, I love it.
It is the only rock entry this year. I think it's okay. I'm not in love with this song, but I don't hate it. I think it's a fairly generic rock entry. Yeah, it's all right. I think it's a song that will not embarrass Ukraine, like what typically happens when they have a male performer. But it definitely won't put the contest back there next year.
No.
Yeah.
Who's
definitely
next?
Not. That's it.
Oh, I see it. I thought we're missing one.
Nope.
Oh no, we have done them all. Oh, okay. Yeah. So thank you very much for joining us today. That was the second semi-final and the grand finalists automatic qualifiers as well. We'll be back on Friday to discuss the final and also the results of tomorrow's second semi-final. So don't forget to tweet us and comment or subscribe. Tweet us your questions or anything you want to know from us or want us to discuss.
Obsession. Yeah,
DIZZYDJC.
At ESC Obsession and at DIZZYDJC, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, very excited. I think tomorrow's going to be a great show. I think the broadcaster PBUA or PBSUA is doing a good job and doing a better job than I thought they would do. So the stage looks amazing. And yeah, good stuff.
Until Friday then, thank you very much for joining us and goodbye.
Goodbye.